week. We didn't do it for Mother's Day. Kind of, I have to say, we made an executive decision to let everyone play with their families. But the first week, we gathered everyone together and chose a healthy recipe of like black bean and quinoa salad.
That's so good.
And
that sounds yummy.
brought in all the supplies, and everyone participated. And like one person chopped the peppers and one person chopped the onions and one person chopped the cilantro, and we made a big batch of it, and everybody took a couple containers home for 4 days worth of pre-packed lunch to take it home. And then we did a little extra quinoa that was also in it, and said, okay, now take this home, and I want everyone to post what you did for this as a hot cereal for breakfast. So everyone came up with different ideas and posted pictures of that. So we have a kitchen with a front room, so that we're trying to go a little more. I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not a dietitian, but I don't know that means you can't still eat smart and eat healthy,
right,
and do your reading, do your research. Like when you talked about people reading labels, you can still educate yourself. So that's our kind of our newest trend is trying to, and we've always talked nutrition. It's always been part of what we've thrown into classes, but talking a little bit more about it.
And doing it that way makes it so much more fun, because my husband does not eat like I do for lunch. He takes leftovers from that we make for dinner, which is too much. And he doesn't take big portions. It's fine. But I make extra for him to take to work, and I've not done it myself. So I'm looking forward to coming over there and doing that, because I get tired of making I'm getting bored with cilantro lime chicken, which is what I have a lot.
Have you made the chicken shawarma yet?
No.
It's on there. We have a recipe page on Facebook. That once you're on the program, we add you to it, and it has all like the 8-day healthy, friendly recipes. And
I'm gonna try that.
You haven't looked at that one?
I have. I saw a couple things. I've made a couple things from there.
Have you?
Yes. So and maybe I'll share some with you so we can make them.
Yeah.
At base camp.
And we share. This is exactly what we do. We network with all different arenas when it comes to health and wellness. So, and what's awesome about it is that some people we've always, and I had the same theory, is that if you're dieting, it's going to eat like cardboard. It's not going to taste good, right? And that we've got some really, really yummy, meals in there, and that just educating them and knowing that you could just swap out a couple ingredients.
Right.
You could swap out things that just because you're taking it out doesn't mean that it's going to taste like, cardboard.
And the thing is, this is another thing that I like about both of your nutritional things. Everybody has a diet. You're not on a diet.
Mm-hmm.
Your diet is what you're eating.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
So
point.
you're on your own personal diet all the time.
you just change it. You change
Right.
your diet.
You healthy it up.
And if you even have, every once in a while we'll say, pick your mantra for the week, post it, declare it. And one lovely woman, Fran, hello Fran, if you're listening.
Give her a shout out.
Yep. Fran, love my Franny. And I put a shout out to the base camper, so I hope she's listening right now, and maybe she'll even text in the idea that food is fuel.
Yes. I say that to all my people.
Yep. It's fuel in your tank. It's not a hug. It's not a attaboy. It's not a, I'm so sorry your day was crappy. This will make it better. No, food is fuel. So just think of it that way. And it's not entertainment.
Right.
It's just fuel.
Right.
I was one of those people that didn't like to eat. I would eat 2 times a day maybe. So when I started this program, number one, I thought I had to eat dry, bland. And that's when I created, day 3 is when I created the recipe group. And we started it 3 years ago. We had 30 people. Now there's over 4,900.
Wow.
But I had to tell myself, I couldn't look at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I had to look at, okay, I need fuel to make this body go. And I'm just going to do it. I don't care if I like it or not, but I love to cook. So then I started, I'm like, okay, you cook. My husband says I'm a great cook. I think he would eat anything I put in front of him, but I love to cook.
Anything but beets. No.
I love beets, but I started playing around. Like, if you just educate yourself, and people get lazy in this day and time, they want it now.
Yep.
I've had people, I put people in that recipe group, I can't find anything. And I'm a bad person I'm a coddler.
Isn't it?
She tells me all the time,
An
I'm
enabler.
Yes. And I'm breaking those habits, and in coaching people, you know, and telling them to put their big girl pants on, their big boy pants on. You can do this. Why are you doing this? Think of why you're doing this.
The why. Yep.
You know, your why is huge. So.
Yeah, I agree. And that's one of the things too, is like sometimes people don't know where to go. They don't know what is that healthy. And so having those easy recipes, and the recipes are in there, I would say 80% of them are all easy recipes. Recipes for people that have real lives, you know,
Right.
and that have real family, you know, and they have responsibilities and they don't have time to be in the kitchen for 2-3 hours at a time, or living and eating organically right from the backyard. And so we're able to help them, you know, collaborate and get those recipes together, and they're pretty yummy. So we'll have to add them to you,
Yeah.
add you to them so you can grab them.
And that would be great.
Oh,
and
good
even
idea.
Yeah, for sure.
sometimes even the idea of some of the ingredients. I know I'm one of those lazy people that if I start to read through the ingredient list and go,
Oh, you lost me.
don't
Yeah.
know what that is,
Yeah.
don't know where
I'm
to
like,
find
I can't even
that.
pronounce it.
I don't know.
I'm sending Brenda a text. I'm like, what is this? She's like, it's okay. You're good.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Yellow miso as opposed to red miso. It's like, I've never used miso ever. So, yeah.
So you know what? You can eliminate it because you don't know what it is, and add something else that you use and you're familiar with. That's what I do when I'm making a recipe like that.
Or when it's a word you don't even know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Satan, Satan.
It's
When I
seitan.
started this, I didn't know what quinoa was. I'm like, you know what?
I didn't know
I'm
it.
doing brown rice.
Yeah,
that's good.
Do you remember the thing where there's always the thing, don't eat anything you can't pronounce?
Yes.
I couldn't pronounce it.
Except for quinoa.
Yeah, I
Except
couldn't
for
pronounce
quinoa.
it. Yeah, I think I had my husband help me with it. Yeah.
He helped you with your quinoa.
Yeah, but he helped me with pronouncing. He does that a lot with a lot
That
of
sounds
things.
personal.
Yeah,
It does.
Exactly.
We won't go
Yeah,
there.
there you go. But it's true, because a lot of those things you can't pronounce, you know.
Right.
They're really kind of, you know, a little difficult when you look at those ingredients list.
And so, because so many of them are like Indian or Chinese or Japanese, or you can say sushi though, can't you?
Yeah,
Sushi's
absolutely.
delicious.
Sushi. Yeah.
And it makes me hungry for
Do you have
sushi.
a good sushi place here in Bay City?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
do.
do.
Ooh,
Oh.
stereo.
You know what? One day I can never find anybody to do the 2-for-1 Tuesday with me.
Isn't it Tuesday?
Yes. I think next Tuesday we might have to do that.
It could be a day.
Sounds like a day.
Yeah.
Fusion One Cafe.
And you know, when you going back to this, is nothing to do with health and wellness, but it sort of does.
Okay, let's hear
we'll
it.
tie it in. We'll tie it in.
Okay.
Bay City is that kind of town, and I stand by this, and I say it quite often. Bay City is that kind of town that if you are on vacation and your car broke down out on the highway and you had to get towed in here and you spent a couple of days here getting your car fixed and you wandered around and you saw the cute shops and
Sounds
the
like a
awesome
movie.
restaurants and wow, there's a rail trail, there's a river trail along the way, and there's benches and you can sit and you can watch. There's so much to see and do. Oh, look, a state park where you can look at Lake Huron and the bay, and oh, look, there's so many things going on. You can go out to Hampton Township and Etobicoke Marsh, and there are so many parts of Bay City, Bay County, that if you tripped on this town, it would be a to-do list of coming back. Antique shops, great restaurants, great little pubs. But I'm sad to say that most people that have lived here forever, it's like, stinky little Bay City. You don't appreciate what's right under your nose.
You know, and I agree with that. When I lived, the town that I moved from in Ohio was situated on Lake Erie, exactly how Bay City is situated. And they did not develop their waterfront. And there's the difference.
I mean, and really, for active, healthy adults, our town, and here's the little plug for health and wellness in Base Camp. Every Wednesday night, we do a class called City Fit. And even in the mornings, we'll on purpose take our classes outside. We
Awesome.
take off from base camp, and like last Wednesday, we came here and harassed Deb in the window. But
I was doing a show, and all of a sudden, all these people are going by.
Oh, that's awesome.
we use benches, we use the steps by the river, we use the chains that are around the staging area for the sailboat apple door, we use the sort of a hill that's down by St. Lawrence. Yeah. We use the little fountain park that's by St. Lawrence Brothers. We use so many of the outdoor aspects that are Bay City. It's like we're not parkour. We're not parkour people. But
Sounds like it.
but at our age, we can get out and use all of downtown Bay City. And by the time you get back, we make a big loop. We use the Pier Marquette building. We use the parks in town. And
Which
by the
is
time,
a really cool building.
by the time you get back, it's like, wow, I didn't realize that we've been gone for an hour and we put in a couple of miles and we've done all sorts of physical conditioning things. But you chit-chatted and talked and giggled and did things along the way, even though you're sweaty and hot and had a good time and burned a lot of calories. And then you get back and it's like, whoa, that was awesome. But yeah,
See,
and it's a great place to be active.
Doesn't that make you want to come back?
It does.
Oh,
So
we're gonna be
maybe
there.
a Wednesday would be good. And
Yeah.
we can go play with Beth and just have a good time. So we're going to
a
have to
day.
work on that. So Beth, I'm going to ask you to give your contact information. And, don't hesitate to go to Beth's website and check out what classes fit into your schedule, because there's something for everybody there. And the first class that you take on any of them is always free.
Yes, if you like dance fitness, take our work class. It's great fun. It's great music, pop, hip hop, rock. You don't even have to be a dancer. If you don't like dance fitness, take a suspension trainer class. If you don't like suspension trainer, come do our City Fit. If you don't like that, do spinning. We have indoor cycling. A little bit of everything. Take a little bit. Take one. Try it. Oh, don't like that one. It's like a taste test. Take the other one, try it. Oh, I like that one. Put that one on the list. But we're at 515 Adams Street in Midtown Bay City, right behind Larson Salvage. And yes, our website is basecampfitco.com. And even to see some of the inner workings, we have a Facebook page that is the actual page for the business page for the group, but we have an actual group page. That one has more activity and more action from the people that attend base camp, where they share successes and they share recipes, or they'll share things like, I have a flu bug, or they talk amongst themselves like it's a fit little family looking for support, looking for successes. It's a great page. Or when maybe we'll have an impromptu, somebody will say, hey, I want to go for a walk along the river, who's in? I'm going to go for a bike ride to the state park, who's in? So it's a nice connection for health and wellness. So that's look for the group page for Base Camp Fitness Company. You can always contact me, 989-397-3916, and I can connect you with Stacy, the fabulous massage therapist, and or tell you about classes. We always have a little information box by the front door, and it has the schedule in it and sometimes other information. So you can even just drive by. If you're not a techie person, just grab a plain old hard copy right out of the box. Classes are either, if you get past the free one and you want to repeat them, $5 to $7 as a drop-in. So it's like, if you have that busy schedule and I don't want to buy a whole month, and then what if I go on vacation? So just drop-in fees, $5 to $7, depending on if it's a half an hour class, $5. It's a hour class, $7. So you can even get your toes wet before you commit too heavily and seriously to it. But once you're in, you'll be part of the group and you won't want to leave.
It really is most supportive, and that's same with Zingular. It's all about that support, and it's so important. I don't think a lot of times we give it enough credence, how that makes the difference. And so both of you have really, really good support systems. Why don't you give us a little wrap up on you and how to get a hold of you, and Carrie, you're next.
Okay.
All right, so you can reach us. You can call me directly, and I will fill you in on the whole system at 734-272-9570, or you can reach us at 8dayx.com. It's number 8, DAYSX.com. And I will let Carrie tell you about our group page that we have on Facebook.
Yeah, just like Brenda said, I think that's one of the things that some people are down on themselves because they feel that they can't get themselves back to the health way that they want to, or shed that extra unwanted weight. And they've tried so many different things, and I don't want to say they failed, but they weren't successful. And so that is, I feel, Deborah, where our system and our team all across the whole company sets way above others because of the support. You can reach out to everybody, anybody, and they're there. Like Brenda always says, there's a twin out there that can relate to what you've gone on, and we embrace them because just like you said, you want to help, you're advocate of, you know, helping people get through those. These are things that people have a hard time, you know, weight loss and health is a, you know, is a big struggle. So we also have a private group as well on Facebook.